Hi, Professor Hanna. Thank you for doing this interview for us. You are teaching this creative sound design course. Could you tell us what is the approach and what's your role as an instructor?
Okay. Well, it's a bit like in Kung Fu Panda, where they've got this training hall for the Furious Five and Po the Panda. And Shifu initially tries to train them all like he was trained himself, in a really hard style, and very straightforward and harsh. And he realizes these guys are really weird, different characters, and they all have their special abilities and have to do things kind of their own way if they're going to be really successful. And so he adapts the training so that they each can find their special approach. The snake is kind of wiggly and and fast, and the mantis is small but invisible, and panda is very laid back and wobbly and kind of fat, and so that the training can take advantage of what each one does well. So we've got the same overall mission, but how they accomplish it is open to them to take and apply their special abilities in the way that will show them at their best.
Mm-hmm. And what is the format of your lessons?
Oh, well, each week after they've created their creation, then we come in and we play it twice. So the first time we just listen and watch and play it straight through. And the second time we'll have their director's commentary. I'll turn the volume down to half on the video, and they'll speak on what they did and how they did it. And it makes it nice because they can point out, oh, here's the point where I opened it up and did some special cutting to, and we can see it while it takes place, so we can really get the idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's just like show and tell too.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you get the idea of structuring the course with the weekly mission?
Well, it kind of grew out of when I was a music student originally, back in an undergrad, and we would have composition assignments, and they were initially some kind of toy assignments where we would do a little exercise, and we would come back and then play them, and kind of learn from one another, and so on. So it was trying to do that, except on a much bigger scale with a large class like this, and where we had students from very different backgrounds as well. And so that's how it grew out of a very intimate music conservatory environment to more the factory computer science setting.
But I'm also curious, what happened to those students without the music background? How would they survive with alongside with the other students who are like music experts?
Yeah, sort of like, how is Po, the fat panda, going to survive against Tigress and her fast and furious approach? I mean, so basically, the students who don't have any music background don't have to do anything with the music except to react from it and use it, because they can take some piece of music that really inspires them, that's different from what the video they want to set to it, and then completely recut the video to fit around the music that they want. So they can spend all of their effort on video editing to bring out the music video, or if they've got a lot of music background, if they're an expert composer, then they can go and take the Kung Fu Panda theme and then do their own recomposition or own original composition of the Kung Fu Panda theme and take it and put their own mark on it.
I see. And how do you motivate the students in the beginning of the course when they don't know how to get started?
Yeah, usually, like in a lot of things, examples, really good examples help. So we'll take some things that we saw last semester, some of the great final projects that people did in terms of recutting the video or rearranging the music, and we'll show them, and it will show spectacular things, and so they'll get these ideas like, oh wow, that's really cool, oh I could do something like that, that's something I could do, and so they'll kind of get a very quick idea of what their specialty probably is, whether they're panda style or snake style or mantis style or whatever, and then try to work with that and see. And we try to give more examples later on, not just at the beginning, but throughout the semester when we're introducing the new assignment. Say, next week we're doing alien belly dance. Maybe we haven't done a belly dance before, but maybe we did something else with alien, maybe a UFO ringtone or something like that. So I'll play some UFO ringtones that we did in the previous semester to get them into the alien vibe, so that they'll get some ideas and get inspired, to give them something to bounce off of when they create their own work.
Yeah. So the students learn from best work and good examples, right?
Yeah.
How do you come up with the stories for the missions?
Oh, well, the best ones, I think, come from the students themselves. I mean, the good example was the alien belly dance. When we did that last year, people took it in all different directions. Some people did the alien part big time, some people did the belly dance part big time, and there was a big mismatch in between. And in fact, one of the one that inspired the Kung Fu Panda EDM of this lesson was actually one of the ones that was the alien belly dance there. I mean, they took Kung Fu Panda's wobbly belly as the belly dance, and then did, you know, a trailer, EDM trailer based on that. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. That's really neat. There's such an original interpretation, and it's, you know, it's inspiring work, wonderful recutting, and oh, the EDM's really cool. Let's try more of that. And so I thought, okay, there's plenty of Kung Fu films out there. Let's see what they can do. And EDM is an easy genre to work with because it's very plastic. You can do almost anything with it and it won't break. It sounds good. And so that's kind of the idea.
So you also learn from the students, which sparked your idea too, right?
Yeah, they come up with some really great inspirations.
Yeah. Now, is there any larger structure that connects the weekly mission?
Yeah, there is generally a structure that goes from simple to more complex, and part of that is it will, for example, there will be some relationship between some of the individual lab assignments. So, for example, maybe we'll do a love song, maybe Butterfly Lovers, the Chinese classic tale love song, and then maybe 2 weeks later we'll do a Butterfly Lovers, you know, tragic heartbreak, where, you know, everybody dies. And then, so it gives them the chance to work with, you know, the love song part of it, and then also the tragic romance part of it as well. And so that is a nice linkage in working with that. So
the assignments become more demanding as the course progress, right?
Yeah, just like in the Kung Fu training session, we'll give some suggestions on what they could do and how they can do it, and those suggestions will start with simple things that anybody could do, and then they'll gradually diverge into really complex things that, you know, only a composer could try, or only someone who's really sensitive about video cutting could, you know, attempt something quite like that.
And how do your students react to this style of active learning?
Ooh, they get really excited. You can, whenever we unveil a new assignment, like we were doing related to the Kung Fu Panda, we did a Zen Master Nirvana as the final assignment. So it was a way to also bring back the Kung Fu if they wanted, but to, you know, deal with an enlightenment scene, you know, a spiritual breakthrough scene. And so when we unveiled it, you could see everyone was kind of getting, you know, like ooh, ooh, and you know, I usually will put a little bit of surprise element in and just, you know, unveil it on the web just beforehand, so they haven't seen it before when, you know, we see it in class, and you can see everyone's kind of bouncing up and down, you know, thinking about what to do and how to do it, and whispering ideas to one another. So it's kind of an exciting moment.
Yeah. And what are the takeaways for students using this approach? Oh,
well, certainly it's a great chance to develop their creativity. At Science and Technology University, most of the courses are really technical and low level and step by step. So this is a nice chance to kind of think outside the box and work on the design side of things. And that gives them a chance later on in real life to apply those design and thinking outside the box abilities to, you know, real world problems when the big boss lays down some tough challenge, that impossible seemingly challenge, and you have to kind of brainstorm, oh, what could I do and how could I do it? I mean, it won't be perfect or whatever, but how could we give him at least the emotional aspect of what he's trying to get here, even if it doesn't quite work. So it's a chance for them to develop the skills of working for an impossible boss, a demanding boss, like a Kung Fu training master who is impossible to satisfy, and do something really creative, really showman, really wonderful.
It's a very interesting course, and thank you for sharing your experience with us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.